Welcome to Virtual Firearms Association. Today we are in the virtual range and we are discussing if you truly understand what legal self-defense is. Let's discuss. Hey, before we get started, listen, those gifts are down in the description, both of them, the downloadable and printable targets. Print them out, download them, have them, save them. That way you can save a little bit of money going to the range and you have everything that you need right there on the spot. You don't have to stop at the store before you go. Additionally, if you're ready to take your shooting to the next level, specifically your pistol work, download our free pistol and marksmanship training course. This is a full course, a $97 course we give away completely free. You can do it all from the comfort of your own home or with your cell phone. So technology, right? We love it. Anyway, what is legal self-defense? I think the best way to really hit on this is to make sure that switch clicks in your brain. You all know, or you've had that time where you're studying something, and as you're studying it, it just clicks. You understand maybe a new system, or you understand a new operations, or maybe you're driving and you understand a new area that you've moved to. Whatever it is, it just clicks and you finally get it. And now you could actually explain it to other people. Legal self-defense is a lot like that. And I want to help you get there to the point where it clicks today and you understand it. We'll start off with what is the main thing that gets most people jammed up when it comes to carrying their firearms and gets them in trouble, honestly, arrested more often than not. And that is brandishing a firearm. Road rage is particularly the number one cause of this, but there's other factors. So at any point in time where you're involved in a situation and you display your firearm, maybe you just lift up your shirt to show a firearm, maybe you pull your firearm out when you're driving and you hold it up to the window, and that's a display of a firearm, and that can be brandishing a firearm in the illegal sense, right? Not legal, but the illegal sense. What do I mean by this? So in order for you to use self-defense legally, you have to have a certain component. And those components are, you are in fear of serious bodily harm or death to yourself or another. So let's break this down. Serious bodily harm. That can mean anything from, that can mean anything from a scarring issue. Someone's going to scar your face. If they get a hold of you, they're going to cut you or something along those lines. That could be someone having another weapon. A bat could be a weapon, a knife could be a weapon, another firearm could be a weapon, a tire iron, anything along the lines that could cause serious bodily harm. A broken bone, it could be a broken pinky, it could be internal bleeding, it can be, like I said, permanently scarring or disfiguring yourself is another thing that you commonly see in courts. If you can articulate and you can explain why serious bodily harm, or why you believe that the threat of serious bodily harm was there, then you would be good to go. But if you can make any reasonable attempts, and I'm not talking, we're not getting into the whole castle doctrine or stand your ground here. This is just the legal use of force for self-defense, right? If you can make a reasonable attempt to remove yourself from that situation, a reasonable attempt means if you're driving in the car and someone's swerving at you and say, hey, I felt that they were going to crash me, so I shot out the vehicle, and it was legal self-defense. No, that's already been tried in the courts. It's not going to work. If you can pull off and then they start to follow you, okay, now you're building something, right? Or if you slow down and let them go ahead, that's another option. If you contribute to the escalation of force, you're going to get in trouble on this one, right? So let's break this back down. Serious bodily harm. So they're following you, or you see that they have a weapon. Maybe they have brass knuckles or something overt, or something that you could tell or explain. You're good under that. Same thing, a knife, a gun, a bat, anything that can cause death, and I'm including a vehicle, but this vehicle, you can't be contributing to the situation. So if you bump into someone, right? You bump into someone, say, walking down the street, and then they say something smart to you and you brandish a firearm. You're not going to be good there. Someone bumps into you, scuffs your new boots or something like that, and you say something smart to them, and they turn around and they square up, or they maybe pull out a knife, and then you pull out your firearm. You're still flirting that line because you didn't have to engage with that, right? You did not. They bumped into you and you used some type of profanity in an attempt to, make a statement at them. And then they escalated to a knife, and then where they brandished a knife, and then you pulled out your firearm. At that point in time, did you fear of serious bodily harm and death? And the answer is probably going to be yes, especially if they're holding the knife, right? But you contributed to that event. So the main reason here is to just kind of protect yourself on the legal sense. You don't have to agree with all this. I'm just trying to tell you what's been seen in the courts before and what has and hasn't worked. So that's serious bodily harm, where you feel that someone's going to dismember you, or I'm sorry, not dismember, disfigure. There we go. Disfigure you in some type of capacity or cause serious injury to you that might require hospitalization. There we go. Got it out. Okay. Now, death. I think we can all say, hey, this individual had the intent, or I feared that this individual was going to kill me or kill this other person. That could be someone choking another person and won't stop. This is someone pulling out a weapon of any type. This is someone who is, say someone is just, aggressively beating another person to the point to where that person's already unconscious, undefensive, undefensive, and then not being that individual, the aggressor's not stopping. You can articulate why you feared for serious bodily harm or death of yourself or another. So yourself is one thing, and then another. You're going to be better off with another if you can articulate that this individual is a loved one or someone close to you, friend, family member, anything like that. The other option too is you can defend a bystander. However, you are going to have to be 100% clear why you felt that they were in threat of serious bodily harm or death to them. So those are the main components. Serious bodily harm to you, or serious bodily harm is one, or death, that's two. The other component to you or another. And you're going to have to articulate this. The big thing is the question, and the big question is do you articulate this to the police before or after you speak to an attorney? And as you all know, we affiliate with US Law Shield over here, so they would probably tell you after you talk to law enforcement after you talk to your lawyer, but we don't speak for them. So I'll leave that to you and to do your own research and figure out what's best for you. I hope this helps. Keep this in mind. These are the components to use legal self-defense, and it goes a lot more nuanced than this. It really does. But these are the big core components: serious bodily harm or death to you or another. I hope this helps. Remember, those gifts are down in the description. The downloadable and printable targets can take you to the range, do everything you need to with those targets. Additionally, that free course is in there. Download it, use it. It doesn't matter where you are in your shooting, beginner, expert. It will add some component that you will really enjoy. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.